Hello there ladies and gentlemen and welcome to an episode of 5-Minute Genres. I'm Simon from Games Deconstructed and today I aim to explain Pulp Adventure to you in just about 5 minutes. The video is timestamped but it's also 5 minutes, so who cares? Click the subscribe button and let's go! What are examples of the Pulp Adventure genre? The best known or most representative examples that I'm familiar with are Indiana Jones, Uncharted, The Mummy, some Tomb Raiders, Strange Brigade and Pathway. They're called pulp due to their connection to adventure stories magazines from the first half of the 20th century that were printed on cheap paper, hence pulp. Not everything that was printed in these would fit what's considered pulp today. After all, H.P. Lovecraft also published in several ones and his work is clearly different from Indiana Jones. They're also called adventure because they're part of the adventure fiction supergenre. Duh. Who's the main character? They're a ruggedly handsome, sporty daredevil with an academic background that's relevant to the story, from archeology to biology. They can hold their own in a scrap, ranging from decent to superhuman in both close combat and marksmanship, and are generally competent in mostly everything that has to do with adventuring. And while they may travel with an entourage of supporters who help patch up any weaknesses they might have, you'll normally see a single, undoubtedly main character and their competencies will be both broad and advanced. What's their problem? Generally, their foes are trying to acquire an item or hold a piece of territory, which would be bad for somebody that both the hero and we care about. Alternatively, the acquisition might have already happened and the hero has to liberate the artifact or place through subterfuge and cinematic violence. Who's their opposition that I keep talking about? Basically Nazis, rich people, or professional competitors of dubious moral stature. The opponents are the quantity to our hero's quality. They have a tendency to throw manpower, firepower, or just money at any problem in their path, and even at their most competent and dangerous, they will be less knowledgeable, less combat proficient, and definitely less handsome than the hero. What emotions do these stories try to evoke? Excitement during the high-octane action sequences and apprehension during cliffhangers and whenever the adversaries go through moments of ultimately short-lived triumph. What else can you expect? There will in most cases be a romantic subplot. The romantic interest is in many cases a damsel or dude in distress, but that's kinda lame, so let's instead make them a complement to the hero's skills. So if our MC is extremely fighty and a decent botanist, their partner will be just an adequate martial artist but a veritable academic genius. Or vice versa, I don't know your story. Expect locations to change often, the characters will travel from their place of origin, America, to exciting oriental locales, by which I mean not America and not Britain. Pretty much anything else can be presented as exciting and oriental. Maybe not Eastern Europe, which can be exciting but it's not very oriental. Anyway, interesting or unusual modes of travel, mid-track mishaps, trying to outspeed the opposition and so on are popular plot points as a result. In terms of the setting's time, if you want to go for the one that's most typical, most popular and most abundant in Nazis to punch, go for the 30s and 40s of the 20th century. The more you diverge from that, the less typical your work of fiction will be. If you want your viewers to have a bit of a think about the moral of your story, compatible real-world issues you can moralize about include cultural heritage ownership, or whether something really belongs in a museum or maybe to the aboriginal populace, the effect of colonialism on other cultures, the sliding scale of egoism versus idealism, and many more. Thanks a lot for watching, I hope you are now better equipped for understanding Pulp Adventure than you were 5 minutes ago. If you enjoyed the video, please click on one of the YouTube buttons that make YouTubers happier. It really helps with the algorithm thinking I'm a cool guy. You're also cordially invited to let me know in the comments below which example of Pulp Adventure in gaming, cinema or comics I've overlooked, ruining your day as a result. Have an amazing day and I'll see you in the next one.